What is going on? I swear to God. Jesus, man. Yeah, no idea. No idea whatsoever. Um, we may or may not have some sounds in some places because this is another example of me not touching anything at all. Nothing is different at all. And yet my sound broke. So hopefully that's the scuff for today. It's officially a stream. I know, right? I don't understand it. I have no idea. No clue whatsoever. Just happened. But we may not have alert sounds. No, we might have alert sounds. We won't have my closing video sounds though. I don't think. I don't know. Regardless, we are playing some super awesome Final Fantasy XIV tonight. The last time we played, we ended up going to all of the other cities. We were the emissary for the Admiral, and she sent us to all the other cities. All the other cities said, yeah, we are... Thank you for the hydrate. We're the emissary, so we went to all of the different city-states. FML. That was the last of my water. So, I'm gonna have to go get some more. Not right this now. I want to get through my what we did. So we went to all the other city-states, and we've discovered that the beast tribes in the area, I believe, are doing stuff. And we got a note that we had Badarin in the Drowning Wench decipher. It was written in Sahagin, and we took it to the Commodore, whose name is Raynor. And Raynor's like, hey, so this thing says they're going to attack here. So I'm going to send you there, but I'm going to make sure that it doesn't happen anywhere else. So you get to do that all by your lonesome. And a bad guy showed up, and we defeated the bad guy. And now he wants us to go and investigate basically the entrance to Sastasha, which is the first dungeon. So we might be doing that first dungeon tonight, which would be awesome. But he's sending us right now to Aleport. So we're going to go and do that. Because apparently it might be pirates. It's probably pirates. Yeah, we're looking at definitely a pirate infestation. Not sure how much it's going to take to eradicate that infestation right now, so I'm just going to put a guesstimate out there and that it's going to be a lot of gil. Yup. Lots of gil. Anyway. We'll talk to the lady. Vmelpa says, "You're here about Commodore Rayner's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport." And we do have ads going, so I might just BS for another few minutes. Actually, you know what? I might go get my water. While the ads are going. Because you guys should be getting water while the ads are going. And it's nice and hot. So let's go get some water. I'll be back. All right, and just like that, I went and got water, and the ads are over. So it's definitely doable. You have juice, that's fantastic. Juice, water, some sort of beverage. 3 minutes is the perfect amount of time to go and get it. All right, so Vmelpa, I'm assuming that's how you say their name. "You're here about Commodore Rayner's investigation? Then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Aleport. Once you arrive in Western Lanasha, though, you'd best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novice before you blunder into Sestasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sestasha, just north of Aleport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend." No matter what they've told you, be ready for pirates. There's never any shortage of the bastards. This is Limsa Limenza we're talking about. Oh, are you not gonna... Oh, ferry skipper's over here. My bad. I would like to go to Ailport, please. Yes, you can have 40 gil. All right, here we are in Ailport. Hey, look at this guy. Eldfoet. Looks like he needs some help. The first stars flash their pale bellies in the depth of the sky, and Ailfort the sailor is in a mood to yarn. Can't wait till you can play this again. Did you run out of time? I haven't gotten to talk to you about Final Fantasy XIV stuff in a while, so I don't know what's going on. Ahoy, adventurer! My tub sails soon, and I have to have me a little something for the journey. The dusk bats are flying. Think yourself lightsome enough to bring me 5 wings? 4 won't do, and 6 is no good, mind you. Okay, so 5 exactly. Welcome you are to keep any surfeits, so long as you know what to do with them. You'll bring me the wings? Yeah, okay. Just for you, my piratey, friend. Hop, hop. Yeah, running out of time sucks. Been itching to redo my room in the FC2. Yeah, you know, that would be awesome. I know you can't log in to look at it, but did you happen to see the room that I did for Dreer's office? Because it's pretty snazzy if you haven't seen it. All right, here is... We got a bloodied adventurer visitor's log. Huh. Honestly, don't recall. Well, when you get time back, no rush. But when you get time back, you should definitely check it out. Specializing in mending of bones rather than breaking them. Yeah, okay. Seasoned adventurer. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Sastasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novus can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. You're at the point where this shawl... that I don't want to do it anymore, but I refuse to give up. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. You hit the wall like this, and then you're like, oh, I don't want to go. But then you have to, because you're like you're halfway done. I hit that point, like when I make blankets and stuff. It's the stupidest thing. I don't know why I do every time. But I hit the wall, like right at the point where I need to do the edging. You know what I mean? Like I finished the entire thing and I just need to do the edging to make it look nice. And at that point, I'm just like, oh, I'm so over this. I can't do it anymore. It's like, you have 4 rows left. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Oh, yarn is everywhere. Yes, yarn everywhere. Yep, that's a thing. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Sastasha Sea Grot, and we will furnish you with the details of your duty. Yes, you did good job. You did a good job. It took me a second to catch on, but I got it. You now have access to the Hall of the Novus. Designed especially for your chosen role, these solo exercises will teach you the ins and outs of party combat. You may access them anytime, either by selecting Hall of the Novice from the duty selection of the main menu, or by speaking with any of the smiths found in adventurers' guilds across Deorzea. Complete these exercises and receive a set of gear that will aid you on your journey. I am prepared. At least I say that I'm prepared. I am probably not prepared. Just to be clear.
Greetings, I am one of the smiths, a stoker of fires and forger of futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been entrusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt.
Hall of the Novice offers training exercises for party combat. Upon completing these exercises, you will receive brand new gear for your chosen role, as well as the brand new ring, which increases experience earned by 30% until level 30. Are you wheezing at the one that I did for the guy? I've been doing weird voices the whole time, and I'm so glad someone's enjoying them. We're gonna do our Arcanist one. I've been enjoying myself. Let us proceed directly to the briefing. For this exercise, you'll be learning avoidance. I just wasn't prepared for that. An enemy often tips his hand before a big attack, and your best defense is to skip out of the way. You pass the exercise once I decide you've learned this lesson. Everything's clear, I trust. Say the word when you are ready to begin. Yeah, okay. I'm trying, but you just talk really slow. You are prepared to commence the training then? Yes, I am prepared. The training exercise is now under the way. Watch your opponent carefully. When you see an attack coming, move out of the strike zone. Now I gotta dodge them both. Duty complete. Hey! What's up, Ghost Ram? How you doing? Your name reminds me of Duck Duck Goose, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Nicely done. Learning to avoid the obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. I am doing great. You're just vibing as always. Yup, I hear ya. Those who insist on standing still won't long survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of my lessons will earn you a piece of armor to aid you in your chosen role. Should you feel so inclined, repeat the same lesson with the other masters that they might reward you with equipment tailored towards their fields of expertise. Here's your prize for completing the exercise. But remember, the real prize is the lessons you've learned and the friends you've made along the way. Yeah. Finger guns. I got some brand new gloves, y'all. Yeah, no, I'm doing really well. School is almost over. I've been studying for my CDL, my commercial driver's license. I passed that test today, the skills test, where I drive on the road with the guy from the place that's doing all the testing. And I passed that today, so I can officially drive really, really big things, which is super cool. So today I'm having a pretty good day. Yeah. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete the training, blah, blah, blah. That's exactly the same thing it said last time, so I'm not going to read it every time. But we're going to do this next one. Okay, so it says, let us proceed directly to the briefing. When it comes to your place in the party, you are the sharp end of the spear. Simply put, your role is to inflict as much damage as possible while keeping your own skin intact. As such, you cannot just attack whichever enemy you please. If you strike a foe other than the one controlled by your ally, then you risk becoming the target of deadly aggression. As you might have guessed, the purpose of this exercise is to teach cooperation. Your ally will hold the enemy's attention. It is your job to take the foe down. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Everything is clear, I trust. Say the word when you're ready to begin. Failing your first driver's test, but that was because the instructor panicked like crazy over something that wasn't my fault. Oh, well that's stupid. You are prepared to commit your training then? Yes, I am. That's lame. So I was taking my test today, and I was waiting for another person that was taking the test. And part of the test that you're required to do for a commercial driver's license is proving that you can maneuver your vehicle in situations that are sometimes tight quarters or like backing up. And so I was waiting for someone to finish their portion, and I had to sit there and wait for like 20 minutes because this person who was driving a tractor trailer with a semi trailer on the back, so one of the big semi trucks, I don't know what they did or how they managed to do it, but they got their rig jackknifed so badly that they took out, I don't know how many cones, and just like, I was just waiting for them to basically just say this person needed to stop and go away. Because it was not good. They did not do well. They put the cones back up so that I could do my test, and like one of the cones had been run over so badly that it was like ripped in half, and like it was bad. I didn't even know that a cone could rip in half. So yeah, that was fun to watch that. Did you mark the sturdiness of your ally taking the enemy's hits? I did. Coordinating efforts with a heavily armored defender will allow you to fight to your fullest. Here's your prize. But remember, real prize is the friends you've earned along the way. I got some cool boots. We're just gonna do the next one. Begin. Go. But yeah, no, my actual, like, my real driver's license, like my normal one, that one, I failed on the parking on a hill. I forgot to turn my wheel, so I got the points taken off for that. For this exercise, you'll be fighting multiple opponents. The key to victory is coordination with your comrades. Each foe will fall all the swifter under a focused assault. Work with your allies to defeat the enemies, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Everything's clear? Yes. Clear as mud. Let's go. Bring it on. All right, start the fight with the staff waver. Such foes are often the most dangerous, but the least robust. Be sure to attack the same target as the dude. Staff waving training partner. To the fist fighter. Here we go, fist fighting. Boom. Boom. Did it. We did it. Work well with your allies. And the efficacy of your armor need not be tested. Here's your prize for completing the exercise. Gonna get some pants in this one. Let us proceed directly to the briefing. Do you remember the lesson where I had you evading enemy attacks? Yes, I do. This exercise will put that training to the test. You must needs plan your strikes around some fancy footwork. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Yes, everything is clear. Thank you. This training exercise is now underway. Engage the axe wielder, but keep an eye out for counterattacks. If you allow yourself to be hit 5 times, we will start the exercise again from the beginning. Boom. Bravo, and thus concludes the exercise. Pray, come and see me for the reward. You bet. Nice, neatly done. Breaking off attacks to save your skin is always the wisest course. Though it may sometimes be a frustrating dance, it's better to dodge than to be sprawled in the dust. Here's your prize. Hey, and I leveled up. Check that out. According to my records, you still have to do stuff. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Gonna do another briefing. This exercise will teach you how to deal with enemy reinforcements. As the battle progresses, new foes will appear on the field. These sudden arrivals will target your weakest comrade, so you must be quick to eliminate them. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Hey! It's Endo! Hey, welcome in. Thank you so much for the sub. Oh, you're the best. You made my day just now. Oh, you are the best. Let's begin this exercise. Give you something to watch for that. Thank you. Oh, man. Aw, thank you. Alright, I gotta keep my eyes peeled for enemies. Like that, right? I think I did it. Bravo, and thus concludes the exercise. Here we go. Hello. A fine performance. A party is doomed without a source of restoration. When reinforcements threaten your healer, it is time to spring into action. Here's your prize for completing the exercise, but remember, the real prize is the lessons you've learned. And the enemies you fried along the way. All right, here we go. Exercise 6. Greetings. In this exercise, you will learn to manipulate the battlefield. During the battle, enemies will pour forth from the rear gate. New foes will continue to flood in whilst the portal remains open. You must operate the lever that closes the gate, or your party will be overwhelmed. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Everything is clear? Yes. Yes, it's very clear. Clear as crystal. If we're going to get really technical and weird, then clear as the mother crystal, but I don't know how, I don't know if that's too soon or what, but yeah, no, I am doing an entire playthrough. I'm doing a second playthrough of the main story quest. We're doing the whole thing. Because why not? Oh, there it is. Oh, come on. There we go. Boom. Just got to Dawn Trail on your Rothgar? That's awesome. I'm super excited for you. I just got to Aleport. And I'm on the way up the hill to Sestasha. I'm just about to unlock Sestasha for the first time. For the second time. It's imperative to recognize when a battle has turned against you. Act quickly to neutralize an enemy's advantage, or be prepared to suffer through a difficult fight. Here's your prize. Thank you. I got one more. Pretty sure. Yep, final exercise. Let's do this thing. The final exercise. Okay. You've arrived at the mountain's peak, the final exercise. As the culmination of your training, all the skills you've acquired will be put to the test. All right, we got 3 minutes of ads. Put your lessons into practice, and you'll do just fine. Say the word when you're ready to begin. For those of you that are still here, I'm gonna keep going. But I'm gonna wait just a little bit. I'm gonna get some more water because I'm hot. It was a really warm day today. And also, I don't want the people that don't have ads to miss out. So we've got about 2.5 minutes or so. If you want to grab something to drink or get up, stretch, you got time. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I needed the water. Yeah, we're just gonna have fun here. My little guy is so cute, really. He's super cool. Since I have on the weird like thaumaturge robes, I should be standing in, Nalthal, that place with the thaumaturges guild. All the little guys wear this same kind of cowl looking thing. I can't wear a head item with it, so I can't like take it on or take it off. But he's got super cute hair. At least I like to think it's super cute. All right, we got 30 seconds left. I don't want people to miss out, because this is super fun. We're going to count it down. 10, 9, 8. I'm just kidding. Like, we're really doing it, but, I'm just kidding about the countdown. It's the final countdown. Okay, welcome back, everybody. I waited for y'all. We are going to go do our final exercise now. Let's do it. Do, boop. Yep. Check that out. It's a dodo. Let's begin with the basics, shall we? Pay attention to the enemies facing and stay out of harm's way. I can do that. I can definitely do that. What? Shoop. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Oh, welcome in, everybody. I'm doing a second playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. How's it going, Ordnance? Nice to meet you. Troopers attack. No joke. Oh no, I failed it. I got distracted and I failed it. It's alright. We'll just start over. Damn dodo. I gotta do it again. It's fine. No, but welcome in. For those of you that don't know who I am Tinkio. I am a jackalope VTuber. and I'm bouncing along in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Hello. I am also right here on the screen, this little tiny dude. Welcome to my chat. I've got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. Yep. I have a redeem that I'm going to be doing soon, so I'm not going to spoil it. But it has to do with dirt, and it's really funny. Anyway, I'm Tink. Tinkio. I'm a jackalope. I said that. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do a variety of things. My favorite game is Final Fantasy XIV, and you've come in on an awesome day because we are doing an entire playthrough of the main story quest. I've already played the game once. Already gone through it once. Some parts more than one time. Yay! I got a combo! Y'all are great! Thank you so much. I'm in the beta test, by the way. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, if you're on mobile, I don't know where it is, but on the desktop computer, it's in the bottom by the gift sub and whatnot. I'm in the beta program for the combos. So all the bits you guys do does super awesome things the higher the combo goes. And then it gives them the data they need to test it and make it better. But then I get all the bits, so it really helps me. And that way I can do giveaways for like game keys and super cool stuff like that. So if you want to join in on the combos, right now it's a little dinosaur looking guy. Sometimes it's a heart. Click on that button. Do it, and it'll be fun. But I do a variety of stuff. Final Fantasy XIV is what we're doing today. I also do Lego builds. I also do... Thank you for the follow. We have anonymous follows here. If you want to say who you are, you can always say that. I know who you are, and I thank you very much. Lego builds. I do all sorts of video games. I love doing collaborations. I do collaborations with Shoopaloop, and I do them with Penny Piston all the time. Super fun. Go. Say goodnight to the pouch. Say goodnight to the spud. Enjoy the evening, and thank you so much for the raid. If anybody else needs to, thank you for the follow, Ordinance. If anyone else needs to lurk and run, by all means, please do. I am super lurk friendly. The lurks help me so much, so if you are going to go, just leave the lurk, and that'll help me out a lot. But yeah, so I do all sorts of stuff, and right now we're doing Final Fantasy, and it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna redo this exercise. I might get a little quiet because I'm gonna focus on it this time so I don't fail it. But yeah, we're just learning how to be baby warriors of light right now. And I failed it last time because I forgot to pick up the ads. Because this tank doesn't know how to pick up the ads. God, get off me. Yeah, this bird's going down. Don't mess with me. Because it's a dodo. Don't mess with me. Ha ha ha, it's a joke. My key got stuck there for a second. There we go. Now I got it. Thank you. I appreciate you very much. Ordnance, it's great to meet you. I'm gonna have to move soon. So, oh, good, I killed it. Haha! In your face, you thing, you. You big gob, you. I think that's what they're called. You've proven yourself a novice no longer. Pray, accept this prize to commemorate your achievement. Look at me, I got my ring. Alright, I'm better than all y'all. Now I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna put on all my gear. Gonna update my super awesome portrait too. That's the best portrait. But now that I don't have to worry about the silly hair, I can show everybody how cool my outfit is. Check out. Check me out. I'll even do that so you can see. Yeah. Yeah. Look at my hair. Anyway. Lalafels are my favorite to play. I like to RP. Well, you know what I like to RP, don't you, Endo? But I like to RP as Vera and Elizin. But my favorite... Oh, yeah, I forgot. I need these bat wings. But my favorite to play, my actual, like, favorite to play is a Lalafell. Because they're so much fun. It's fun to watch them, like, wielding giant Dark Knight broadswords, you know? They're just a ton of fun. I love them. Lalafell are the best. And, you know, I haven't done it yet so far as, like, seriously RPing a Lalafell. But I have a really good idea in mind for the Lalafell that I want to RP. And I'm thinking of going, like, the used car salesman route a little bit. And being like, yo, you said you need a guy? You're looking for a guy? Well, I'm the guy. You know, I'm the one that when they say, hey, I know a guy. Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy. I want to do that. Because I think it'd be funny. But anyway, that is for a future time. Hello, Yellow Jacket. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods! I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra? We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sestasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying serpent reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-face tattoos. Duty support unlocked. Sestasha is now accessible. A new regular duty has been added to the duty finder and duty support. Duty calls and a dungeon beckons. Enlist the aid of allied players and NPCs alike to slay monsters, solve mysteries, and defeat the mighty boss lurking in the depths. Conquering dungeons is not only a time-honored tradition of adventurers, but also progresses the main scenario and tests your prowess at a given class or job in a timed environment. Intimidated? Fear not, dear adventurer, for with a little guidance you too shall be clearing dungeons with confidence in no time. These things, these duty overviews, are new from when I did the main story quest the first time. I've never read these before. Into the depths, 2 ways to adventure. You may challenge a dungeon via 2 different methods, by calling upon the support of trusty NPCs or by pooling your talent with other players. Be they best friends or first acquaintances. No matter how you form your party, the trials that await you will be comparable in difficulty and experience. No matter how independent and capable you may be, a dungeon is too mighty a challenge to overcome on one's own. By choosing duty support, when accessing the entrance of any applicable dungeon, you will summon a balanced team of skilled NPCs to support you on your path to glory. Just don't forget them once you're rich and famous, yes? Into the depths, duty support continued. After choosing to challenge a dungeon with NPCs via duty support, a party that perfectly complements your current class or job will be automatically created for you. All that's left is to select register for duty, and you will be battling monsters in no time. Into the depths, the duty finder. They say a burden shared is a burden halved, and with the duty finder, you can split that burden amongst a team of players who smolder with the same passion for adventure as you do. No need to recruit such teammates yourself. The duty finder's matching system will automatically group players according to chosen challenge and other criteria, guaranteeing a balanced and invigorating cooperative experience for all. I love the writing on this. This is great. I know it's not supposed to be funny, but this is really funny. Once you've been matched with a party, you will be notified by a bracing sound that the time for battle is at hand. Simply select commence, and you and your comrades will be delivered unto the fray. Remember, the adventurers with whom you are cooperating are fellow players. Take advantage of the full and varied strengths of your group. Strengths your group possesses by communicating respectfully and often. Dungeons abound. As your journey progresses, more and more dungeons will become available until you find yourself master of a sea of tribulations Until you find yourself master of a sea of tribulations overcome. But don't let completion deter you from challenging your favorite duties again. Simply open the duty support to play through dungeons you've cleared, or use the duty finder to do the same with dungeons not yet supported by the NPC party system. No matter your craving, you're guaranteed to find an adventure to satisfy. Need a refresher? While this introduction of dungeons has no doubt been immortalized within the hallowed halls of your mind, if you find yourself in need of a refresher, you may access tutorial information again by selecting the question mark icon in the duty support or duty finder windows. A true adventurer knows the meaning of duty. Secure your legacy by fulfilling yours. Okay. Now, if I was playing this through the first time, that probably wouldn't be as funny as it is. But since I played through this and have been playing this game for years, um, that was really funny to read to me. Uh, it's great. I love it. Okay, speak with the yellow jacket to do the thing. Okay, now I have to enter Sestasha, so I'm going to do it through the duty finder. Join. Now I'm also DPS. This might take a little while. It says average wait time is 6 minutes. So hopefully it doesn't take too long. While we are waiting for that to do its thing, I'm going to head back to Ailport to turn in the On a Wing and a Prayer, which was the dusk bat wings that we needed to collect for Aldfoet. I don't feel like fighting goblins. I'm above the recommended level anyway, but I just don't feel like it. And it's not going to tell me. It doesn't look like it's going to tell me where I'm at in line. And it won't tell me where I'm at in line because I'm queuing for the dungeon specifically. It's not part of the roulette system yet. I don't have the roulettes unlocked. Hey, bro. Ahoy there. Keep your voice down. Nobody's business but ours, isn't it? You got what I asked for? Yes, I have exactly what you asked for. Them's the ones, and that's a pretty job as I've seen. Know your way round a battle, eh? Well, that's just fine. Thank you. Why? We sailors can't be superstitious. We sailors can be a superstitious lot, you know. Some of the crew might look at me odd-like for carrying bat parts. When the wind's done died and the water casks are dry, it's odd one day, overboard the next. What? No superstition about that? The Dusker's been in my luck since I was a boy. Survived more than 2 weeks, once on 3 bats I caught. Trapped at the top of an abandoned watchtower. Even ate a wing off one before I made up my mind to climb down the wall. This journey will be sailing past the Isles of Umbra, and I can feel the sea honing those reefs. The lights at Ferrociris burned dim since the calamity, and I've always found a mite too much like that old watchtower for comfort. I ain't been that a frightened boy for a long time. Ill-used, starving, and more than half mad, inching down that sandstone wall on handholds no bigger than a fingertip. But I'll have me 5 bat wings on every journey, just the same as that boy had. Yeah, okay. You're weird, but that's fine. I'm not a disciple of war, so I can't take those fingerless gloves. Give me the money. The bashful air ill suits Rogan, but Aldfoet is nevertheless wearing the sheepishness like an incommodious singlet. Boy. Ahoy, Tinkio. It clean slipped my mind the last time, but I've another thing to ask of you. My bearings are lively on the water, but not on land. Well, I'm what you landlubbers call at sea. Got a letter that needs delivering, and you're the man for it. I went ashore on some rock on the voyage in, and a faded petticoat comes up to me, says she's got a daughter in Camp Skull Valley. What she hadn't seen in years. Had tears in her eyes, pretty eyes too, for a woman past her child in years. She must have been a real beauty in her day. I always had a soft spot for tawny eyes, mayhap because the sea is green-eyed Virago, and the skies, her sisters, have blue eyes, and red, gray, and black. Well, this daughter of hers goes by Vildsvis. Will you take this letter to her? Yeah, sure. That guy, like, rambles. I feel like it's okay for me to stumble over everything because they're kind of... Anyway. I may or may not be able to ride a mount right now. So I get to run everywhere. Hey, guess what? I have a thing for you. Greetings, adventurer. They said you were looking for me. Have a letter. A letter from Mama? I haven't heard from her in so long. She never answered my letters. No, stay for a while. I have a reply to send. What the? Oh, the stone-hearted, grasping hag. Wouldn't let me take so much as a hunk of dried fish when I left the island, and now she wants Gil? That's succubus. You think me cold? Well, fie on what you think. I wanted something better than tilling salty fields and spilling small fry out of the nets, and occasionally taking a passing sailor into my bed for more than the same. She'll receive no reply from me. Thank you for your service, and a good evening to you. Well, okay. Now she's got a quest. It is a cool and collected Sergeant Vildsvis who seeks an obliger today, rather than the heart-sore fire eater of the other day. Weapons on armor in order, saltpeter in order, basic provisions all in order, poisons. Oh, files near gone. Adventure, Tinkio, wasn't it? Mayhap we can let bygones be bygones? You are skilled in wrangling beasts, I hear, and I have need of pelican poison. The poison can be readily gathered from pelicans in the area, but I must continue my duties here. Are you so minded to undertake the task? Yeah, okay. I can kill some pelicans for you. That's fine. That's these big giant thingies. Not in line of sight. They should be in line of sight. One more. Hey, look. Hey, we got that, and it popped at the same time. I'm just going to run over here so I'm not going to get attacked. I don't think I can anyway because pretty sure I'm too high, but you know. All right, ads are coming soon. 3 minutes of ads. So get up, grab a drink, enjoy. Hello. Coming this fall in a theater near year. Yes. Something like that. So now we're in here with Milo, Miosh, who's a dragon's best friend. Velvet Arlak. Who else we got? We got Suki Lune. And I don't have any AoE yet. I wish I had AoE. It would be so much easier for me because right now, like, without any AoE, I'm only hitting one target at a time. And casts are a little bit long. And we don't have, like, an auto attack. So it's hard for me to do this. Can't tell if that thing is spitting anybody out at us. There's a treasure chest over there. Fuck those guys. I'm going after this. I have never seen this treasure chest over here. It was a bottle of sea grout water? Oh, that's sad. That wasn't even worth it. Well, now I know. Pew pew. Dead. Dead. Now we're running along. They added jog, which I think is actually kind of cool. Because you still kind of can run at a quick pace. And it goes until you like attack or something like that. Yeah, I'm glad that they added that. Honestly, that was a good quality of life improvement. And that's a very recent ad too. I just wish I'm so spoiled by being a higher level because I have the AoE and all of that. And then you come into this dungeon and you got nothing. You got nothing. Okay, open the door before I lose this. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Go get it. Go get it. My cast is going. The cast is going. The cast bar is increasing. Let's get her done. Excellent. Saved your life, Velvet. Gotta save the healer. At least this tank is good at having them, like, having the aggro on them, even if they're not, like, over there. Because that's not always easy. Psh, you sully our spawning grounds, shore walker. Rawr. actually know how to... I don't actually know how to do that, like, with all the mechanics, because you're supposed to be able to do something with the bubbling, but I have no idea what it is. Everybody decided to come in their underwear except for me. Greed and greed. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I'm the only one in here. I need to add that next time. Hey, check that out. I wonder if they were all three in a group. I wonder if it was all three of them in a group. And that's the only reason. But I got 3-player combinations, so that's really cool. Pretty sure they were just in a group. Alright, we're delivering the vials. I welcome your return, adventurer. Have you what I asked for? 3 poisons. I see you were not stinting on filling the vials. The last adventurer returned with each barely half full and had the cheek to demand full payment. I have had a low opinion of adventurers since, but you know of our past with kobolds, but they are not the foe we fight today. Nay, all our guns are trained on the fishbacks. Such a wee thing, this vial, but this too is a gun. So susceptible the Sahagin are to pelican poison that even the rawest recruit may, with a poison-tipped arrow, find herself a fisher of beastmen. There was a settlement here once, near Halfstone. Then the prival Leviathan rose, and the Sahagin invaded. Work of generations was undone in a season, and whole families perished. I never knew the Halfstone settlement, but I believe it to be a home worth fighting for, and so we fight with steel, fire, or even poison to reclaim that which is ours. All right, now what have you got? Quite thawed towards you after a wintry start. Viltsis is practically humming as she devises a new task for you to undertake. Camp Skull Valley was built to hold against attacks from the sea. To the north and south lie narrow channels with a tide gate each to hold the Sahagin at bay. Will you deliver a bottle of lowland wine to the captains of North and South Tide Gate? Call it a small privilege of the quartermaster. Please take the first bottle to Captain Stalrit of South Tide Gate. All right, South Tide Gate. Ooh, some killer mantises. I'm almost level 25. That's awesome. Hail, adventurer. What brings you to South Tide Gate? This thingy-mabob. A bottle of Lowland from Sergeant Vilsfis? Now, isn't that something? And isn't she something? Crisp yet full-bodied is my guess. You know, didn't think I had a chance with a woman like that, but looks like she's sweet on me. Always was popular with the fairer sex, if I say so myself. I have a brother. You heard about that? He's the captain of North Tide Gate. Like as peas in a pod, they say, but they never pop those peas out of the pod, if you take my meaning. Vilsfis. She got a way about her, she does. Cool as spray, but there's fire there, and welcome she is to show me the light and scorch off every stitch between the two of us. Wow. Oh my god, these Roganin, man. Yeah, you talk to them and it's oh man. Everybody's like, hey, by the way, that girl's got it sweet for me? Sweet. Because you know what? I got it sweet for her too, right here. And they point at their left ear. Or their right nostril in their nose. I don't know, I'm making it up. Ah, there you are. Did Captain Stalrit receive it well? The other bottle is for Captain Nortmoen of North Tidegate. I should mention, they're brothers in blood as well as arms. You'd think them closer for it, but the bickering is well nigh constant. Oh dear. Why do I get the feeling I am helping to instigate a love triangle that I am not prepared for? All right, Storm Captain Nortmoen. Halt, adventurer. North Tidegate is no place for idlers. I have some booze for you, bro. Viltzfist, the quartermaster, that mousy-looking girl? Still, she has excellent taste in wine, and must be a mind reader, for I've a supper of ocean cloud waiting that wants nothing more than a glass of lowland vintage. So, sent you over with a bottle just for me, huh? What? Sent one to that back berth in South Tidegate too? Oh, you know what he's gonna think now? That she's that she's his for the taking, that's strutting. Well, he's got another thing coming. Misunderstanding and innocent kindness like that. She's a quartermaster. Doesn't he know this is a professional interest? That goatish fool. I won't have him bothering that lovely girl. Oh no. Hey, Alarof. Learned men write that he who is he who is wroth feels not the approach of night, and Aelrof certainly seems insensible to all but his pressing need for your service. Where is Rohanth? I told that barnacle the engineers were letting us take the new cannon out for a test. The 12 know when the mood will next strike those hugger-muggers. Probably over at the crypt again. Morbid, I call it. I like a good wallow now and then, but he broods on dead folk he ain't even know. You go fetch Rohanth. I'd be liable to profane the lich yard by beating him about his thick head with that big stone hourglass. Ah, there I go again, blaspheming the keeper. Not that I much cared for that Ponzi, and that's probably another bit of it abominating. Here, take these flowers. Rohan's at the founder's crypt. Give him the pretties for the dead. That'll clear my slate with the gods. Wow. Just give him flowers. That's enough to appease the gods of my blaspheming. Rest in peace of the 12, Ergamurmur. Here, have some flowers. Ah, you bring flowers? Come, no need to be shy. There's plenty of space. Small in life, he who sleeps here is large in death. Okay, let's put the flowers down. All right. You'd never know there was a hamlet here, would you? Halfstone 'twas called, built on the sweat of near 10 score brows, and put to the Hagen's torch. The settlers fought aye and how with not a trained soldier among them. Agramar was one of those, a farmer by trade. He stayed behind to cover the final retreat, asking for as many arrows as could be spared. Then he took off his boots and gave them to another, saying it wasn't far where he was going, and here he lies now. Time was, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine doing what he did. You don't hold fast to much in a privateer's life. No pirate captain's going down with her ship, and any captain who looks to loyalty more than gold is liable to have his throat slit. But now, I gotta be better than that, don't I? I gotta be more like Agamar. I can't say his name. But that's alright. Sergeant Rohanth has the cross-eyed look of a man threading a needle, and none can doubt that you are the stitch in time that saves 9. An adventurer, are you? Seems a shame for you to come all the way out here without more to show for it. How about a bit of Vilekin hunting? There's a few killer mantises about on account of a hatching we missed. The commander sent out hunting parties that collected 10 and 6 heads. There's no more than 20 in a clutch. You think you can handle the last 4? Sure. I would be happy to kill the last 4 of these thingies for you. Alright, there's 2 of them. Alright, there's 3. We should have 1 more. There it is. There we go. Nasty critters, those killer mantises. I'm sure I can't say it. Agamer wouldn't have wanted anyone dying. Ugh, excuse me. Wouldn't have wanted anyone dying near his resting place. Good hunting, adventurer. To see how high the sun climbs, it's time I return to the gate. Alarov said we'd be testing a new cannon, like to blow himself to bits without me about. You can collect your pay from Commander Falk Brita at Camp Skull Valley. Be well, adventurer. The 12 go with you. That's the one thing about Rogan, and I've noticed. They're very devout, but also very horny. Which is kind of funny to me. Hello, Commander. Ah, Tinkio, you've become a familiar face about these parts. What brings you here today? The rest of the killer mantises? Well done, and I must commend Sergeant Rohanth for his quick thinking. You have the thanks of this camp. Sometimes I fear that we will lose the war against the Sahagin for having to deal with pests and beasts. What have you got? When the commander of Skull Valley herself wants a word with a humble adventurer before he takes to the road, all indications are that something unusual is afoot. I hear you're leaving us, Tinkio. News travels fast. In an encampment. Mayhap you can assist us one last time. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. I need to get a drink of water here. wake myself up just a little bit. Because I'm not really tired, but it's getting warm in here. It's hot. All right, there we go. Mayhap you can assist us one last time on your journey out. I have a dispatch here from Maelstrom Command, from Commodore Rayner of the Yellow Jackets. We've been investigating the Sestasha Secret on their orders, but it seems they've taken on an adventure of excellent repute and pleasing manner, the Commodore writes, to complete the work. Now, if you... Yes? Ha! This is you he speaks of? Of course. Well, Camp Skull Valley would be glad to add to the burnish of your repute. You have carried out your commissions admirably well. Commodore Rayner and many others in command are of the same mind as I, that we have spread our forces too thin with these tasks. I am all too happy to withdraw our men from the caves, truth be told. Chief Sergeant Catgustil, which I definitely read as Catgirl. So Chief Sergeant Catgirl is the ranking officer at the Sestasha Secret. Locate him and tell him that his mission is complete and he is ordered to report back to Skull Valley. Okay, well, you know, that was good that I kind of did all that. Okay, I don't have anything else to replay, so that's good. It's kind of good that I went ahead and did all of that. I got ads starting in about 2 minutes, by the way. So if you're like me and need a drink of water, 2 minutes, it'll be a great time. And I have one more quest. Is that up there? I bet you it's way up there at the top. Yep, it is. I gotta figure out how to get up there really quick. I'm thinking this is probably the easiest way. All right, who we got? We've got Snarro. Private Snarro needs your help in the defense of Aleport. Hark, enemy in the sky. Pull yourself together, Private. You've been trained for this, even if the only action you've ever seen has been street fights, tavern brawls, and fisticuffs over who cheated at checkers. First things first, I must ready the cannon. Now walk myself through the steps. Right. Make certain you are with succor, for arming a cannon is no swift matter. So far, so good. I'll just get Kamel and... Kamel? That girl, always nowhere to be found when she's needed. Fine, Sarge always said to improvise. You there, adventurer. Limsa Laminza has need of your service. Slow down the enemy while I arm the cannon. I'll be ready ere the 5th carcass is cold, I promise you. Okay, so I gotta go kill Pucks. Nope, it's not gonna let me. I was hoping I could just leap over the side, but no. It's like they care about my character accidentally jumping off something and dying. There are invisible walls all over everywhere in Final Fantasy XIV, which is super awesome, but also kind of like... I wish that there weren't quite as many in some cases. But then again, I've also been spoiled by World of Warcraft where like you can accidentally run off the edge of the world if you're not careful. All right, how many was that? That was 3. I need 2 more. Here, Puck. Puck, Puck, Puck. Bunch of Aurochs over there. Lots of hedge moles. There's one. Okay, got all the Puck hatchlings. You know, I'm looking at some of this stuff and stuff that I've never noticed before, like that seawall. I never noticed that it had the flags on there before. And that's just cool looking. And then over here, I never noticed the statue, like the flying mermaid statue. That's really pretty, like surprisingly pretty. I didn't know that was there. So I'm discovering things this playthrough, the second time through, that I missed the first time, which is super cool. Looks like we got our ads ending in about 5 seconds, which is fantastic. Because I like when the ads end. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. I waited to turn in the quest. I did the quest to capture some pucks. Or to kill some pucks, but we're turning it in now. Ready to fire. I keep my promises, adventurer, and you keep your skills well honed, I see. A moment, I just received a dispatch. What? They weren't attacking Aleport? Well, that's... What? We're not important enough? They were just babies? Well, you'd have to be duller than a box of hair to fly at a cannon position, times being what they are. I suppose all's well that ends well, but I must admit I was looking forward to putting my training to real use. I didn't join the Maelstrom to break up brawls, you know. And now I shall have to clean the cannon. That's funny. There's an eye patch. Now what do you want? Storm Private Snarrow smells of salt, malt, and bad ideas, and appears intent on securing your services. Well, I made a right mess of things the other day. Commander Falkbreda said she'd dock my pay if I pulled something like that again. At least I didn't get tossed in the brig like Smell. I've been very chary since, you can be certain of that. I've little enough coin as it is to pay purse to slake my thirst with, but this time, there's a real attack on Aleport, and off I go to arm the cannon. Save Aleport from those bloodbaths on 4 legs, and we'll see what the commander has to say about my pay then. Adventurer for Aleport and glory. Slow down the horde. I'm certain to be ready by the time you slaughter 5. Okay, what am I? 5 what? Hedge moles. Oh, gosh. All right. We can slay hedge moles for no reason. That sounds great. Poor little critters. Well, I mean, at least she's vigilant, right? At least we know that even the smallest things don't escape her notice. Two hedge moles. Ah. All right, I got all 5. Well slayed. Or do I mean slain? I shall need to know these things if I am about to be an officer. I've got the powder and ball loaded and primed. Now for the slow march. Hark, a dispatch. Stand down forthwith? Not again, but surely these adamantoises are a clear and present hedge moles? You're certain? Well, but that's like an adamantoise, except weak and not at all dangerous. Why, oh why? Perhaps I've been cursed by some enemy. Not very likely for a mere storm pirate. Private, second class, or no. Now, the commander will dock my pay and leave my whistle dry as dust. Well, my good man, it is called Aleport. I've spent a deal of time admiring the undersides of many tavern table, I can tell you that. What? It could be that my humors are out of balance from a surfeit of ale? And thus, I see it now. There is excess blood, which has overfed my martial zeal. Tinkio, your learned ways have shown me the light. Much thanks. I go now to receive a leeching. That's just weird, but okay. A wan and listless narrow has for you a new request, the first that does not involve slaying half a dozen beasts. Greetings, Tinkio. Will you deliver this in my stead to Camp Skull Valley? It's my report to Commander Falkbrita. I was plain spoken as I could be, and I was going to report in person, but for some reason I barely have the strength to visit the barber for leechings, let alone make the trip to Skull Valley. I don't suppose I'd be spared a dock and pay. You don't think they'll clap me in the brig, do you? Well, we'll run over to Camp Skull Valley. And we'll run over to the Hall of the Novus. And then we'll go back to Minza and we'll talk to Badarin, because that's our next point that we have to do. And then just depending on how that goes, how long that takes, I might end up raiding out. It's really warm here and it's making me really tired. And as much as I want to keep going, I am tired of yawning. So we'll just do what we need to do. Yep, I'm just gonna turn these in first. I'm not raiding quite yet. I'm gonna do all the turning ins first and then. Ah, an adventurer, and one whose name rings a bell. You've been a service to the Maelstrom, I hear. What brings you to Skull Valley? I'm giving you this note from that incompetent person over there. A report from Private Snarrow? It does her little credit that she did not make the trip herself. Stay while I peruse this. Apparently you're tired as well. No, that's fine. She does not prevaricate, at least, that one. Unfortunately, how she has gone to rack and ruin since she was posted to Aleport. She was among the first in her shoal to be promoted to second class, yet now... Do you know what a soldier's greatest enemy is, Tinkio? Boredom. I suspect Snarrow has played the craven in fighting this foe. I shall order the paymaster to dock her pay, but I'll not sign a censure. If she can stay out of the taverns and learn to keep herself busy, she may yet earn her salt. Gratifying to know at least one person in the encampment welcomes your presence. Tarry a while, Tinkio. 'Twill not be said that an adventurer came to Camp Skull Valley and left without honest pay for honest work. We have a problem that the other encampments may well find enviable. The dodos are so plentiful that they even nest within the barracks. The nest must be removed forthwith before it draws beasts dangerous to men as well as birds. Alright, it's just down here and around the corner. I can handle this. I can handle this. Dum da dum. Ooh, there's two. Some grilled dodo sounds kind of good about now. You know, it's so warm that what sounds really good is like a grilled chicken Caesar salad. I'm not a huge salad fan, if I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of foods that I would like better than salad. But for some reason, grilled chicken Caesar salad right this now with it being so hot in my room, oh, that sounds delicious. Swiftly done. They do say that where a soldier dallies, an adventurer hurries. Peaceful as it may seem now, this encampment was built to ward against the kobolds of Ogamoro to the north. We do not forget our purpose. You only need to look to our name. The valley floor was once lined with the skulls of kobolds we slew, so that no invader might reach its southern mouth and the settlements beyond without treading on death with every step. Oh, geez, that's morbid. Nowadays, it seems we are in danger of treading on dodo eggs at every turn or on the adders that feast on them. The dodos brought by settlers now run feral and keep us in meat, eggs, and headaches. What do we got? I'll take the money. All right, we got that line of quests finished there. So now we're going to hook around the other side. And we're going to hit up the guy who's getting told they don't have to stand there no more. So we'll see how that goes. While I'm passing it, I'm going to make sure that I actually attune to this, because if I didn't, I would feel really dumb. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I've been here once before, but we'll just double check. Okay, good. Better to double check and not have to than not check at all and not have done it. Because I've done that before, and it's like, here, go to this place, and it's the very first one, and you don't have any more in that zone yet. And you're like, okay, cool. And you go there, and then forget to attune to it, and they're like, hey, by the way, you need to go back to that place. And I'm like, oh, the one that I don't have any... the one where I forgot to attune to the Aetheryte, so I can't get there. That one. Halt, adventurer. Do you mean to enter the Sastasha Sea Grot? I would advise against it. You'll likely perish in its labyrinthine depths. Trust me, were it not for sheer strength of will, I'd not be standing here. What am I doing out here, you ask? This is a comely spot for strategizing, I find. Far better than the labyrinthine depth of the cave, friend. In there, none shall hear you scream, particularly since everybody else has been reassigned. Me as well, you say? Back to Camp Skull Valley and away from the labyrinthine depth of that hellhole? Most excellent, most excellent. I have my principles and would willingly have sacrificed my life for the mission, but I'm not grieved to cede that prospect to you and bid this grot good day. My place is at a fort or on the battlefield, not crawling around a dank cave with coils of rope and sheaves of paper, fearing I shall never see daylight again. I warn you, friend, there is much danger in the depths. It is, what is the word? Labyrinthine, I tell you. Or labyrinthine, I don't know. However you say that particular word. All right. That looks like the entirety of this zone, so far as quests and whatnot. For now. Yes, excellent. Let us return. We will return to Limsa, because we have to go to talk to Badarin in the Drowning Winch. So from here, oh, look at these guys. Look at those cuties. I don't know if they're... I can't tell if they're doing the heart. Nope, she's just standing that way and he's got his arms crossed. But that's still super cute. That's super cute. I love these guys. It's Isane Nagumo and Fuse Nagumo. Oh, and they're even bonded. And they're from the guild villain. Or the FC villain. I love it. They're so cute. Okay. Moving on. We're going to the Aft Castle. Aft Castle. Because now we're going to go in and talk to Badarin. I like saying it that way. Apparently his name is Beteron, but I don't like that. I like Badarin better. It sounds better to me. So that's his name now. Ah, such a task was on the books. Was mine. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Ah, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sestasha? Uh-huh. Hmm. It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right, of course, but there shall be no rest until we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. Well, thank you. You are a kind person. Plenty of kind words from you. I like that. Back then, are you? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'll wager. Fishbacks? And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 L's. You turn your back for 5 bloody minutes and the scaly bastards have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left 'em in pieces. So I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they was planning, unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sestasha, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lad. You always do. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest. But just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. Just so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk are in need of a venturer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be no skip through the sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt anything you can't handle. I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Party Finder unlocked. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and accept this quest, and then I'm probably going to find a friend. But Darren has information on a new task. Ready to hear about that job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. But whatever it is you get asked to do, I somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for a venturer as survived the bedlam of Sestasha. If you think you might be interested, you'll want to have words with Mother Mune, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. Well, all right then. Let's just make our way. We'll just go and we'll land there. And then we'll find a friend. Excellent. We are in the right place now. I have a few people. I think do we want to go see should we go see Elden Ring? Or should we go and see a musician? Well, not a musician, like a DJ. What do you think? Do we want to do music or do we want to do game? I can solve that problem easily. I'm gonna do a roll. All right, we are gonna go see a game. Which game are we gonna go see? We're gonna go see... Let's go see... I think I'm gonna go see Pearl. I haven't seen Pearl in a... All right, we're gonna go raid Pearl around. If you want to join in, hang out, check out my Discord, you're welcome. Just make sure you do the verification. And then also, there's all my socials. You can find me on all these social medias if you want to. Finally, I have a raid message. The top one is for followers. The bottom one is for subscribers. I'm going to do my own because I'm going to do the subscriber one because I like the pickle. And if you are a subscriber, you also get the pickle. Couple pickles. And they're all pretty cool. So, I will be live again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Pacific. That's midnight Eastern time. And we'll be playing more Final Fantasy XIV. And then I'll be on vacation. So make sure that you are checking out all the things. And I will see you next time.